This apartment complex has had quite some history. Some neighbors believe that there was a party going on last night. We are having tons of fun out here. I spoke with some skiers and snowboarders earlier today. I spoke with Congressman Kramer earlier today to find out what he and his party are doing to secure his seat in the Senate. I spoke with many collectors and learned how these trinkets are more than what meets the eye. How for some, they're so much more than just a toy. Although the bigger and heavier vehicles perform better in crash tests, they can be more difficult for new drivers to maneuver. There are a few options to consider before the new plant is up and running. Is it kind of rare for you guys to go ahead and, be open only a few days away from April? That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to collapse. But it does mean that expert eyes are taking a closer look at it. It only takes seconds for items around pipes like these to catch fire. While this sounds like they are self-obsessed, millennials are actually using selfies as a form of communication. And for you skiers and snowboarders out there, this may not be the last time that Detroit Mountain is open, as long as the weather and the staff allows it. I spoke with many collectors and learned how these trinkets are more than what meets the eye. How for some, they're so much more than just a toy. An object for a child to play with. That's not only the definition, but what comes to mind for most when they hear the word toy. However, toy shows across the nation may argue that these precious gems aren't only for the kids. For some, these collectibles are a source of income.
I make more money on the toys than I ever did putting money in a bank. I can go out and look at my toys, and there's my retirement fund.
Bruce Nelson has a special place in his heart for toys. Not only do these antiques pay the bills, they also fill a childhood void. Why are toys so near and dear to your heart?
Because I didn't have any when I was a kid. Dad and Mom couldn't afford a $28 toy back in the 40s and 50s. So that's what I like to do.
The going rate for these objects can range anywhere from $10 to $1,100 or more, depending on the age and the condition of the toy. And while the profit may be driving some, others aren't after the money at all.
If I don't make a sale, it's just the expression on their face that makes me feel good.
After working with wood his whole life, Dwayne Cutterbaugh has been creating these custom-made wooden toys for 12 years. But after all this time, he's still thrilled to see the reactions his toys generate.
Oh, some of the eyeballs get real big.
And the best part? He continues to surprise himself as well.
Especially when I got to make something that I've never made before. Start out, how do I start? Then I get started, and then wondering how it's going to look like when I get done, and then when I am done, oh, that didn't turn out too bad.
While some only see a toy, others see years of memories that just can't be bought. I spoke with a whistleblower today who asked to remain anonymous in fear of the scammers coming after them. She told me how she thought it was one of her Facebook friends that was trying to help her out. But often, things online aren't what they seem.
I'm thinking, well, if she thinks it's a good deal, it's a good deal.
This woman was recently scrolling through Facebook when she got a message from a friend asking how she was doing.
And she said, well, did you hear about the grant money you can apply for?
She says her friend then explained how she received $50,000 from a new program set up by the government after texting this number. All she had to do was cover the delivery charges. This woman then texted the number out of curiosity. She had to fill out an application and was immediately accepted. That's when she knew something was up. She Googled the number and discovered it was a scam. She then messaged her friend, hoping they hadn't fallen victim. But they swore it was real.
No, it isn't. Nope. I got my money. Nope, it is not a scam.
She said the number she texted continued to try and convince her.
When are we going to hear from you? When are you going to send the money? We need to know. Don't let it slip by.
They told her to send the money to Robert Finney Jr. in Memphis, Tennessee, a supposed Walmart cashier. But there was one thing they said that really stood out.
When we send you the money, don't tell anybody, because we don't want anybody to know that the FedEx truck has this amount of money on it.
That's when she finally listened to her gut and called her friend, only to learn that her friend had been hacked.
I was just totally shocked and upset because somebody was portraying to be me and to target somebody who could have been vulnerable. And I just want to get off of Facebook and all social media. If this is how the future is going to be, I don't want anything to do with it.
The Better Business Bureau recommends changing your passwords every so often to prevent hackers from getting in. And if you believe you've been hacked, contact Facebook and report the incident.